Good day and welcome to Trending Update USA. I'm Stefan, and today we break down the numbers, narratives, shocks, and stars reshaping the highest paid landscape in women's tennis. The latest rankings by Sportico reveal that Coco Gauff remains firmly at the summit of financial success, holding her ground with a towering estimated $31 million in annual earnings. But the bigger story isn't just who leads, it's who's rising, who's dominating conversation, and how the balance of power is shifting across sponsorships, prize money, endorsements, and global influence. Right now, Aryna, Sabalenka, Naomi, Osaka, Iga Swiatek, and other tour-defining stars are pulling in massive paydays, creating a new economic arms race that proves women's tennis is not only thriving, it is dominating the business of sport in ways never seen before. Let's talk about Coco Gauff first, of course. She entered 2025 not just as a champion-level talent, but as the marketing dream of tennis's next decade. A player built for global appeal, youth, authenticity, grit, personality, competitiveness, American representation, and a resume already stamped with major finals runs and one of the most recognizable faces in the sport. The estimated $31 million figure includes prize earnings, appearance fees, major sponsorship deals, and endorsement dominance. More impressively, she's holding that top spot even while the field around her gets richer, deeper, louder, and more commercially powerful. In past eras, only one or two stars would pull away financially while others trailed behind. That gap no longer exists. Women's tennis now operates like a league of co-headliners, each one driving revenue in different hemispheres, niches, platforms, and brand universes. And here's where the narrative heats up. Aryna Sabalenka, the roaring Belarusian crusher whose stadium-heavy power, emotional volatility, crowd intensity, and unapologetic charisma have made her one of the most dominant topic generators in tennis news today. Sabalenka is earning at historically unprecedented velocity thanks to global sponsors that crave bold personalities capable of turning matches into cultural moments. Her 2025 season has positioned her not only as a court-level menace but an endorsement magnet. Her visibility during big tournaments, emotional reactions, viral press quotes, raw intensity, signature celebrations, and coaching box theatrics have all translated into marketing gold. Sabalenka's power does not simply break backboards at 185 km/h serves. It shatters viewership ceilings, ticket sales, apparel sellouts, social engagement walls, and brand metrics. This season, she is one of the most bankable athletes on planet tennis. Then we have Naomi Osaka, the former world number 1 and 4-time Grand Slam champion, Japan's most influential tennis icon since the sport's global expansion, and one of the richest endorsement portfolios in modern women's sports. Osaka may not currently hold the number 1 ranking on the WTA leaderboard, but financially, she has never left the conversation's apex. Brands want Osaka not just for tennis, they want her for what she represents: honesty about pressure, cultural fluidity, vulnerability, power, motherhood narrative potential, fashion-forward identity, activism resonance, wellness dialogues, and the calm, measured, self-aware voice she carries in interviews. Her 2025 earnings are built on long-standing brand love, apparel partnerships, gaming collaborations, documentaries, global ambassadorships, and a fanbase that spans continents. While analysts debate whether her on-court rankings might fluctuate, her financial ranking seems almost recession-proof. Flanking these titans is a roster of hungry, headline-shaping stars. We've seen Elena Rybakina, the towering Kazakh serve monster whose icy temperament and deep breath poise make her a fascinating brand contrast. Madison Keys, America's ever-dangerous heavy hitter whose underdog power narrative has value. Ons Jabeur, the Tunisian magician whose creativity infects highlight reels. Jessica Pegula, the quiet assassin who sneaks through brackets. Wealthy off-court lineage meets blue-collar tennis identity. Emma Navarro, Danielle Collins, Ludmila Samsonova, Beatriz Haddad-Maia, Paula Badosa, each name is pulling in more corporate love than tour players did a decade ago. Why? Because women's tennis has become a vehicle for narratives. Salient fact: Tennis is no longer marketed only on skill and score. It is packaged, distributed, memed, clipped, dramatized, narrated, and productized through storytelling. Women's tennis excels at this more than any other sport. Fans don't just watch a backhand winner at WTA finals in Riyadh. They watch a story about pressure, triumph, rivalry, nationality, personality, commercial power, sponsorship chess, global brand battles, and generational takeover. A player's identity is no longer optional to their career. It is part of their ranking points currency, emotional points, cultural points, viral points, fashion points, clip points, personality points, monetizable points. In the 2000s, players needed slam titles to unlock endorsement love. In 2025, players unlock endorsement love through narrative resonance, authenticity, and market uniqueness. We should also talk about the application of dominance in the ranking points economy versus dominance in the earnings economy. In a traditional WTA ranking system, you defend points based on tournament performance. But in a tennis economy dominated by sponsorship, media rights, and digital virality, you defend dollars based on relevance, charisma, public engagement, style identity, rivalry heat, and the ability to make the sport more interesting even off-court. Coco Gauff is defending 1,500 ranking points at WTA finals, but she's defending a throne of financial relevance that's even more competitive than the bracket she plays. That's the new scoreboard. When the $31 million estimate hit screens, fans didn't react like economists. They reacted like believers. "She's carrying the torch," one fan said. "31M before 21? Tennis royalty," another posted. "Coco generational bag," analysts remarked. But there's also growing excitement around the challengers financially snapping at the heels. One thing we must clarify: Sabalenka didn't get richer because Gauff got poorer. Osaka didn't return to headlines because someone else collapsed. Women's tennis is getting richer collectively because the sport has become a global package for stories told by women who are comfortable showing personality, joy, pain, rage, triumph, tears, memes, vulnerability, confidence, style. That storytelling index is marketable and inspiring. Historically speaking, women athletes have earned less than their male counterparts in most sports leagues. That trend is reversing fastest in tennis. Why tennis? The sport operates with a rare structure: international tournaments across 6 continents, individual athletes instead of franchises, sponsorship-heavy apparel culture, global broadcast access, multilingual fan engagement, social platforms that amplify personality faster than scoreboards, and a sport pace that syncs perfectly with short-clip virality for Reels, YouTube Shorts, TikTok, and live reaction content ecosystems. Tennis was future-proof before the future arrived. Let's also look at how player dominance influences tournament marketing. When Alcaraz and Sinner begin a tournament, fans talk about dominance like dynasty. When Gauff starts a tournament, fans talk about dominance like narrative. The men's game currently has a clear dual-star rivalry. The women's game has a constellation rivalry, 5+ headliners who can all generate finals-level intensity in any round. That crowd diversity is financially healthy for the sport. Because if one star is out, 10 storylines remain. If one rivalry cools, 3 new ones spark hotter. The sport remains commercially volcanic. One of the biggest drivers of this earnings explosion is apparel and lifestyle branding. Young fans don't just memorize match stats. They memorize outfits. Sabalenka's neon meltdowns are contrasted with Rybakina's cool composure. Gauff's braid and brush athleticism contrasts with Osaka's zen and fashion approach. Each player is like a brand archetype. And brands know fans follow archetypes more than economics. A 19-year-old fan in Manila might not know ranking coefficient formulas, but she knows what Coco wore when pressure lifted. She knows the shoes Osaka walked into stadiums with. She knows Sabalenka's pre-storm stare. Companies like Nike want narrative, so they sign athletes who embody narrative. Companies like Yonex want champions with calm discipline, so Swiatek becomes that architectural fit. Companies like Wilson want American tradition, so Keys, Pegula, and Gauff help hold that ground. The tennis economy also includes generational sponsorship appeal. Coco Gauff embodies Gen Z fan capture. Naomi Osaka embodies millennial women empowerment and cultural trust. Aryna Sabalenka embodies raw-edge marketing power. Tennis needs all three. Balanced personalities equals balanced tournament earnings equals balanced fan loyalty equals balanced monetization ecosystem. There's zero downside when players are icons for different reasons. That's why this era is financially explosive. Now, projecting ahead, the WTA Finals 2025 bracket becomes an earnings defense and attack platform simultaneously. Coco Gauff defends 1,500 points in rankings, but also defends the biggest, relevant streak of her commercial career. Sabalenka attacks not just ranking position, but market capture. Osaka attacks not just wins, but narrative position. This tournament becomes as much about business ranking as court ranking. At the core of Gauff's success is relatability without sacrificing championship-level threat. She is a competitor, but not arrogant. Bold, but not alienating. Young, but not immature. Pressurized, but not fragile. Vulnerable, but never spineless. Her success appeals to America for nationality, and the world for relatability. That hybrid is worth millions to companies and billions to fans. Fans across the globe reacted three different ways. Awe at Gauff's earnings. Excitement about rising competitors financially. Serious investment in how tournament results might influence future earnings narratives. Let's be honest, tennis fans today are ecosystem thinkers. They enjoy court drama, but also enjoy brand interplay. Financial domination doesn't kill sport drama in tennis. It amplifies it. More money equals more stakes equals more eyes equals more pressure equals more narrative fire equals more viral moments. That's the cycle. So to answer the headline's emotional subtext, yes, Coco Gauff is still on top financially, yes, the field is dominating earnings collectively, yes, this business battle is good for tennis, and yes, the WTA's future is richer, louder, more commercially powerful, more story-driven, and more fan-loved than any tennis generation before it. Thank you for tuning in to Trending Update USA. I'm Stefan. Stay locked with us for the next thunderstorm updates from the tennis world, where the sport's biggest matches are not only played, but felt, shared, and monetized through stories that define a generation.